Good morning, all you Delco Beach Dreamers watchers. It is 5:51 in the morning, and I am here bright and early. Instead of heading out to the yard sales, I'm getting ready to pack some things to go out. My granddaughter is with us this weekend. My friend Debbie offered to help me watch my granddaughter. This weekend is my company's picnic, and we're going to the water park and to ride the rides. And there's a great little barbecue that we come and go to about 6 o'clock tonight. Of course, we're running it according to my granddaughter's time. What she's willing to do and not to do, she's the boss. Yes, a bunch of 60-plus-year-olds are being ran by a 5-year-old, but we're going to love every minute of it. And I thank Debbie for helping me with this. It was very thoughtful. Couldn't do it without her or Jari or Gary. Gary's always a big help with my granddaughter. But this weekend is going to be a long weekend, and I needed that extra help. And my friend Debbie suggested, hey, why don't we do a weekend? I'll help you. And I took her up on it. So wish us the best of luck and not too exhausted at the end of it. I started promoting eBay listings at 10% to see if there would be any change in my sales, and it hit me when I sold the little yellow rubber ducky toothbrush holder. That thing is adorable, and I price things that they're in the middle of the road, not really high, not the lowest. If it's too high, you're not going to get a sale because nobody wants to pay the top dollar, and it's not too low because then they'll think there's something wrong with the item. So I go middle line, and I'm like, why isn't my thing selling? eBay has this thing called promoted listings. And then as of January of this year, they were making you pay whether you sold it under a promotion or not for the promoted listing. So I dropped off of it. And my sales dropped too. So this week, as of right now, we have one more day to go. I sold 11 things. 11 things on eBay. And I have to get a lot of this wrapped and shipped and out the door. But first, I'm going to show you what I sold on Mercari. This is a little Minnie Mouse clubhouse with Minnie Mouse and Daisy. And I just picked it up and something said, "Good morning, people." I don't know what it was. I don't know what made it talk. And it has little Pluto's doghouse. This is it. This is all the pieces I have. It's not a complete set. And this sold for a full asking price of $19 on Poshmark. The next thing is Mercari. This is just an eyeglass holder. No sunglasses, no eyeglasses. It says Kate Spade of New York. I did some YouTube searching, and this is called Hello Sunshine. This sold on Mercari for full asking price of $7.50. Okay. The next thing, we're going to the eBay sales. I was telling you about these brass and gold tone frames, how popular they're becoming. They call it Hollywood Regency. This is filigreed with roses and leaves. And this was listed on February 20th, sold June 19th for full asking price of $23.50. And these can bring more depending on how elaborate the frame design is. They can go for more. Full asking price. The next thing are these beautiful stems. They have the clear blue cup with a twisted stem. These are called Saskia Crystal Coronations. They're 6 ounces. I have 3 of them. And these sold on June 19th. They were listed March 20th. Went for full asking price of $29.99. All right. The next sale on eBay is this Cocoa Dally. I just bought this. I bought a whole set. Toothbrush holder, soap pump. This is the toothbrush holder. The cup. And something else. It was 4 pieces. Totally slips my mind with the 4 pieces. But all 4 pieces were $5. I've already sold 1 piece for $19.99. This is the second piece to go out the door. Third piece to go out the door for $19.99. So far I made $60 off of $5. So that's not bad, right? And that was listed April 18th and sold June 18th. The next thing is these 3 little hankies. I didn't pay anything for them. They're beautiful. I bought a sewing kit and they were in the bottom of them. I'm more than sure they were going to put them up for sale. I don't think that they came with the kit, but she didn't catch it. I didn't catch it. I got home and there they were. I couldn't even tell you where I bought them. But anyhow, these were listed on April 18th. They sold June 18th for $7.50. And, big, huge rooster tray. I didn't bring that off the shelf yet. It's the biggest piece. It's going to take a lot of care wrapping. But it is a Mercari pottery tray. I'm going to put a picture of it up here. It was listed April 26th of 2025. So almost a whole year ago. So 10 months ago. No interest, and I didn't price it. Like I said, I don't price my things high, and I don't price them low. I go for the middle ground, so it should have sold. There's a lot of following for this Mercari pottery. It sold on June 19th for full asking price of $50.59. Okay, I have to get to work before my granddaughter wakes up. These things are out the door.
Hi. Just sold this on Facebook Marketplace. They're on the way to come and get it. Curio cabinet. Shelf for the wall. Mid-century-ish. I wouldn't call it mid-century. Mid-century, it's mid-century time period, but it's more the old school look. You know, turn of the century look. Mahogany. Fretwork. Nice. So, for $45. Good deal. Look at all this stuff. Come and get it.
Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace, the best ever.
All right, let's wrap these sales up. Continue with these. We had a vintage Andrea Sadek long nose butterfly fish figurine that sold for $18. It was listed on June 14th. Then we had a Insignia high definition radio. You could crank it up. Sold for $49. A vintage filigree lipstick holder. Hollywood Regency. It had 4 lipstick channels that you could store your lipsticks in. That sold for $24.65. The Best of a Trick Pony CD from 2009 sold for $10.63. A Anna Pavlova black lacquered jewelry music box sold for $24.99. As well as a Serta mattress 3/8 female lamb sheep, had a pink bow. These are the things that Serta Sleepers gave you when you bought one of those Serta Sleeper mattresses. That sold for $6.99. Okay, that's it for mine. Let's scoot over and see what Gary sold. Wait. There also was 3 sales on Poshmark. How could I forget? The Jelly Cat, Fluffy Amusables Cream Orchard Soft Plush little thing that looked like a flower pot. That sold for $49.99. A Twillies Stanford Tapestry Needlepoint. They stamp the picture onto the canvas and then you do the needlepoint for that. Sold for $18. And a Jean-Pierre Wall 3D glass painting. It was called the Open Bird Cage. It's like a shadow box. It's of a pussycat sitting on a radiator looking up at the bird in the bird cage. That sold for $29. Now let's go check out what Gary sold. Gary sold an Art Deco brass bullet fish eye clip lamp. You put it on the end of your headboard. At least they did, for them to be able to sleep partner could sleep at night and they could read a book or a magazine or something until they felt tired. It's also called steampunk. Steampunk is the decor, they call it. That sold for $74.99. He also sold a vintage Thunderbird in North Wildwood, New Jersey postcard. It ran between 23rd to 24th Street. That's now gone. That sold for $12.78. He also sold a 1926 photo of the Children's Fresh Air Home, which was located on 11th Street in North Wildwood. That was closed down for good 20 plus years. They had to redo it, and it just reopened this year. I'm so happy to see that. I always said if I was brave enough to play the lottery, I would have paid to have that redone. It's a home that is opened up to the less fortunate children that would never have the opportunity to spend some time at the beach. Instead of going camping in the woods, they come and stay at the Fresh Air Home for a week and get an opportunity to stay at the beach instead. And Gary sold that for $3.99. He did start Poshmark this week. He figured, what the heck, let's try. It's not going to really cost him anything to do the listings, and it might be fortunate enough for him to make some sales. So he did. He made 3 sales on Poshmark. Actually, 4 things sold. One was a bundle. It was 2 Italian nativities that sold for a total of $49. He also sold some cuckoo clock weights for $13, and a McCoy pottery dog bowl bell. I would have never ever been able to recognize this, but Gary said, hey, this is mid-century. I need to pick this up. And he sold that for $20.80. Okay, that pretty much wraps up our sales this week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please remember to thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Helps our algorithms to increase our sales, our viewers, so that you can have the opportunity to see these videos some more. Have a great week. See you next time. Our poor little grandbaby, as soon as she came home, couldn't even keep her head up to eat her dinner. She was cutting Z's on the table. I feel her pain. I was exhausted too. But isn't she adorable? Thumbs up her at least.